A project stalls. The team doubles their hours. Activity increases across every department. The deadline passes, but the needle has not moved. The energy expended is maximum. The result is zero. An athlete adds more sets to a plateaued routine. A founder pushes their sales team to make twice the calls. The inputs are visible and aggressive, but the machine remains at a standstill. Total effort is applied to a frozen system, yet nothing breaks loose. Why does a massive increase in power fail to produce even a single inch of movement? The documentation of stalled progress shows a repeating anomaly. A creator spends 14 hours a day on a single video, yet the channel remains static. A professional clears their entire calendar to focus, but the output does not increase. The symptoms are clear: low velocity and mounting exhaustion. The same pattern appears in every industry. The individual components of the system are all functioning at high intensity. Every light on the dashboard is green. Every engine is running at full throttle. Yet the entire structure is anchored to one spot. We see the effort. We see the lack of result. If the engine is running and the wheels are spinning, what is the single point where the connection is broken? This is where most people freeze. But at Solver's Studio, we go to our toolkit. The Solver's 6. The tool we're going to use for this scenario is the leverage shift and momentum. Currently, the stalling is being measured by the total volume of friction across the entire system. This measurement creates confusion because it suggests that an equal amount of force must be applied to every point to restart movement. The tool shifts the measurement from the total load to the single most restrictive constraint, correcting the structural error of misdirected effort. Step 1. Isolate the point of constraint. Identify the specific step in the routine where energy is absorbed without generating any output. By isolating this single blockage, it becomes visible that the system is not broken by a lack of willpower, but by a point of excessive friction. The overall feeling of being stuck is replaced by the observation of a local, mechanical lock. Step 2. Determine the maximum effect of the constraint. Trace how this one bottleneck reduces the potential energy of every subsequent action in the sequence. After the downstream impact is quantified, the available leverage becomes visible. The problem is reclassified from a systemic failure to a single choke point that governs the flow of the entire machine. Step 3. Stabilize the system with constraint removal. Replace the use of willpower with a structural rule that eliminates the identified friction point. This strategic intervention allows the adjacent processes to restart automatically without additional effort. Future decisions change from pushing against the whole load to simply monitoring and clearing the path of the constraint. Isolate the constraint. Determine maximum effect. Stabilize with removal. Now let's apply the same process somewhere else. A person finds their daily routine is stalled and attempts to force a complex 90-minute exercise habit. By applying the tool, they isolate the complexity of the routine as the primary constraint preventing any action. They shift the measurement from the duration of the workout to the removal of the entry friction, reducing the requirement to a 10-minute non-negotiable walk. The removal of the complexity constraint generates initial momentum, allowing the rest of the daily routine to flow again. The structural error is corrected. The blockage was not a lack of effort, it was a failure to locate the point of leverage. What was misunderstood as a permanent obstacle is now visible as a specific constraint. Momentum returns the moment the constraint moves. See you in the next video.